The reason I came up with this concept is because I needed a better pump instead of taking pre-workout. I noticed that taking pre-workout, my sleep was affected. I was sleeping like 4-5 hours a night, and my REM sleep was obviously affected by doing that. And we all know, I know especially if you clicked on this video, you're all into fitness, that we know that sleep is the most important thing when it comes to building muscle. So I learned how sound affects us from the podcast Diary of a CEO with Julian Treasure, and I'll link it in the description. By understanding how sound affects us, it led me to creating my environment so I could make sound benefit me rather than distract me. I'm going to explain 4 different ways on how sound affects us. And if you don't believe me, if you watch this video and think it's a bunch of bullshit, there's 2 links to 2 podcasts in the description, Diary of a CEO and one by Jay Shetty, and they both talk about how sound and music affects us, how it subconsciously affects us. And they will be able to change your mind on how sound or what you expose yourself to with like friends or YouTube videos, podcasts, how they can change your behaviour and thinking and all these sort of effects that I'm going to talk about. The 4 ways on which sound can affect us is cognitively, emotionally, our behaviour, the way we act, and our heartbeat. So when I got this information, it led me to think about how can I use sound to get the benefits from it rather than it distracting me, using it to help me think better, access emotions that I don't usually access or I can't access, how I can change my music to make my behaviour different, make me act in different ways. And the first way on which I did this was to start listening to nature sounds and 40 hertz music before when I was working. Before I would work, to do like 90 minutes of deep work, I would do a meditation, and then once you're in that flow state, which meditation can bring, because it deactivates the nervous system, allows our nervous system to deactivate, so it allows us to be in that calm state of mind and allows us to think more clearly, more better, keeps us in that flow state of mind. And I wanted to stay in that flow state of mind, so I used nature sounds and 40 hertz music to access that and keep that flow state going, keep my nervous system deactivated, keep myself in a calm state of mind. And in these podcasts they'll talk about how your environment, the people around you, the music that's going on in the background, whatever's going on in the background when you're trying to work is completely distracting you and affecting your way of thinking. So it led me to using my headphones and playing these nature sounds and playing this 40 hertz music to block out my environment, to just be able to hear that music, them nature sounds, just blocked out my environment completely so I can stay focused on the task at hand, the work that I needed to do, the notes that I needed to do, because I found that I could hear my dad talking, my brothers and sisters talking, the dogs barking, like all of these little distractions. I would lose my focus every now and again because of just the things that are around me. And I will link the YouTube video for the nature video that I listen to, the nature sounds. I will link that in the description, and I will also link the Spotify playlist that I play with the 40 hertz music. The next one is emotions, how sound can affect our emotions, and music specifically we're talking about. So I'm single, right? So I can't access the emotions of love in a way, really. Like I've got like my friends and family, I can show love to them, but like deep love, you know, with a woman, I don't want to lose that side of me. So I use music. I made a playlist that just talks about love, just is all about love. You know, the playlist is just, you can just read the titles and half of them have got love in the title. So it just allows me to feel that emotion and feel that, just feel it deeply, because I don't want to lose that side of me. Because I know when we are single and single for a long time, we lose that emotion in a way. We get scared of it, and that can actually prolong our time being single. So when I do find a woman, when I do find like the next woman that I come in contact with and I get into a relationship with, I don't want to be scared of love. I don't want to be scared to give her love. Love can make the relationship better 10 times. It can blossom her. It can make her into a real woman. You need to be able to praise and love your woman, and if you do not, she will make your life harder by nagging you, complaining, not supporting you. A woman needs love to grow, to be motivated, to flourish in her work and love life. She will not be able to give your kids that love if you do not give it to her. Men fail a lot of the time by acting, this hard macho man, this man who's got no emotions, he's the alpha male, and they think she'll never leave you. But she won't leave you if you give her the love and affection, the praise that she needs. But not too much. You need to know the balance, because if you give it too much, then she will see you as weak and just a wimp. And this is where that macho man is all spine, no heart, and then this wimp is no spine, all heart. And I know when a good girl comes along and you show her the love and praise that she desires, she will make your life easier, not harder. The behaviour side of things and how sound affects us, there's a few ways on which I've changed, from podcasts that I listen to, YouTube videos that I listen to, people that I've got around me, but most importantly is, again, music. The music that I was listening to. Like I said, I started listening to this podcast, started listening to this love type of music, talking about love all the time. Then I listen to classical music now, and before I was listening to rap, it's degrading women, talking about fucking all these women, and it's aggressive towards men. And I would listen to this hip-hop, rap, sad boy music that infested my way of thinking and got me thinking about fucking girls while I was with my partner at the time, my girl at the time. I was constantly fantasizing over other girls, having sex with them because of the music that I was listening to. I was constantly aggressive towards men and other men that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but I was this, trying to act hard and trying to act aggressive towards these men because of the music that I was listening to. Talked about fighting, killing, talked about rappers, talked about fucking girls all the time, being a rock star. I didn't realise until I changed and seen the effects of how much music and sound, the people around us, the podcast, everything that we take in affects us subconsciously. We take it in all the time. We remember little things, and it basically primes your brain. And say you go to the gym in the morning and you just woke up, and within that first hour of waking up, you go to the gym and you're listening to this music, you're listening to these podcasts talking about girls, talking about fucking girls, talking about fighting, killing men, whatever. It's subconsciously in your brain then. It's that's what you're going to be thinking about all the rest of the day, about fucking girls and trying to hurt men. I don't want that. I want a loving woman that can look after me when I'm ill, and I want brothers around me to support me and build a relationship and friendship and a business with. This will not happen if you do not change your way of thinking and your environment, the things that you're taking in, consuming. Nothing will change. You will constantly think the same things if you are not aware of the content that you are consuming from music, podcast, YouTube videos. Now that I've changed my, started to feel love and gratitude and being more positive, listening to positive people, where they've come from and all that, it's rubbing off on me, and I'm giving it to the people around me, and they're giving it to me, Like, there's a lot of love around me. I can give love out, and I can receive love from my friends and family. It's completely changed the way I see and think about relationships, friendships, life in general, really. The feeling of love and connection and friendship is what keeps us motivated, what keeps us going, what keeps us wanting to pursue our purpose. It's keep us going when we don't feel like it. It keeps relationships, friendships, families together. Love. If we do not have love, we are sad, lonely, unmotivated losers. That's what I exactly was. That described me perfectly. Sad, lonely, and unmotivated. Even to feel love for yourself, that's probably more important than feeling love for others, because if you cannot love yourself, you cannot love anyone else. You've heard it a million times, but it's true. What you are to yourself is what you will be to others. If you are harsh, if you are judgmental to yourself, you will be judgmental and harsh to others. If you are loving and caring and take care of the way you look, the things you eat, if you just take care of yourself and love yourself and appreciate yourself, you will do exactly the same for your woman, your friends, your family. And when I say love, I'm not saying like play with your widgie every night, but just build respect and love for yourself by doing good things, by going to the gym, doing exercise, eating healthy, taking care of yourself when you're ill. Make sure you get enough rest, enough sleep. And until you do this, you will keep fucking bitches, being unsatisfied with relationships, friendships, the jobs that you get into, eating shit food, being unproductive. You'll never truly create the life you want if you do not change your environment, the sounds that you're taking in, the people that you listen to, the people that you spend your most time with, the things that you say, like, I watch gaming most of the time, or I can watch someone that's very influential, like Andrew Tate or Hamza. They, like, if I'm watching this game and I'm going to be like a nerd, I'm not going to really have much conversation to talk about other people, because not a lot of people do gaming really, except other like nerdy little loser men that fat, lazy, smoke weed all day. Like, that's what they do, and they're the only people you're going to be interested in. But if you're on the self-improvement journey, you don't want to be hanging with them, because they don't know anything. They just stay in the house all the time and do exactly what you do. But if you're listening to these type of people, then you're going to have more conversations, you're going to know more things, because these people are talking about things that they know, business and relationships, friendships, and how they do things in life. And you start taking their advice, and then you start doing your own things and building from that, and then it just builds conversation with just random people, and you've got experiences and things to talk about then. The next way is your heartbeat, and this is the part of the video that you've clicked on basically for, is how I use music, techno and house style type of music, to raise my heartbeat. And like I said at the beginning, I didn't want to use pre-workout. It was affecting my sleep, so I wanted to use something that was natural, that I could just get every day, that was just going to motivate me and get me that pump that I needed. I didn't want caffeine. I've stopped drinking caffeine. I don't want to consume pre-workout. And don't say to me that you can get pre-workout without caffeine. I don't want it. It's unnatural. It's just, I don't want it. So I wanted a natural way of making me feel motivated and pump my blood around my body, get my heart rate going. And if you don't like fully believe me that this actually works, like, think about when you go to a club and you walk through them doors and the atmosphere is just right in your face, and instantly you can just feel your blood rising, your heartbeat going. People are shouting, people are screaming, you're running onto the dance floor, it's getting you going, it's getting you hyped, you're in there, girls all around you, boys all around you, the drinks are flying. You need to tell the barmaid that you need to call the fire brigade, because that dance floor is going to be on fire. There's going to be some stinky hole that you're getting tonight. Like, it's a good time. It raises your heartbeat instantly. This is how it affects you. And so I took that and I used that information from these two podcasts. I used that information and I listened to these upbeat, these more upbeat music, because before I was just going through the motions with my music on Spotify and my playlist. I was just listening to rap and chill music, or nothing that was high beat, and I could just feel that in my workout. It transferred into my workout, where like my workouts just weren't the same. I wasn't even getting the same results. Like I wasn't working as hard because just literally from the music I was listening to, my workouts were 10 times less effective, and I was working out for less time as well, just because I just couldn't be bothered. I was in like that more chill state of mind because of the music that I was listening to. We don't need this pre-workout and caffeine to get a good workout in. We just need good sleep, nutrition, least sugar as possible, consumption as possible. These are all the things we need to get a good workout. We do not need all these stimulants to energize us and keep us going. It's actually making us worse. Like I said, it was affecting my sleep, and because there would be times where at night I would be listening to YouTube videos, and in the middle of the night, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, I'd wake up to the YouTube video still playing, and I'd have to turn it off and then try and get back to sleep. And sometimes I just couldn't get back to sleep. So them days I had like 3-4 hours sleep, where I just woke up in the middle of the night because this YouTube video was playing. I was drinking pre-workout. I was having pre-workout every day, 5-6 days a week, before every single workout to pump me through. And then I've gone from drinking no caffeine at all to drinking 3 to 4 cups a day. From drinking none to 3-4 cups a day. Just because I didn't feel motivated, I didn't feel energized because I just wasn't getting enough sleep, and that's all we need. By making these changes, like I said, I made myself listen to classical music, and there's sometimes where I just don't enjoy it, but I know it's better for me, and I can see actual benefits from it in my way of thinking, my everyday way of thinking. It's just more positive, more calming, more loving. So it made me think, how far can I actually take this? What are other ways that I can use sound to benefit me in some way? So, like I said, with the YouTube videos, I stopped watching YouTube videos and I started listening to this 40 hertz music, and I started meditating before bed and just getting into that relaxed state of mind, journaling, reading, and then meditating just before bed to just get me into that relaxed state of mind. And then I'd put this music on and I'd just fall asleep, sound softly, just like a little princess. I'm just staying asleep for a lot longer without the caffeine, and then doing this before bed. I'm having them 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep with uninterrupted, let me add. Like, I can sleep all the way through without needing to turn off the video. Like, this way of living and listening to things is actually quite addictive once you see the benefits, because once I've had this, my sleep's getting better. It's allowed me to be more productive, drink like less coffee, be more focused. I'm being more consistent with the gym, being more consistent with journaling, reading, all these good habits, meditation. I'm being so much more consistent just because of my sleep is on point. It's so easy to develop new habits once your sleep is on point. And now I've discovered this way of living, this way of thinking and listening. My hearing is affecting me so much. Now that I'm aware of it, it's like I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to that old way of living and thinking, because everything in my life is benefited from it. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, the consistency, my mood, my eating, productivity, motivation, like everything. I'm on I've got this momentum now, and I just keep going and going and going, and I'm just getting better and better every single day with the consistency, the eating, my body. I'm like the skinniest I've ever been, the leanest I've ever been. Everything is benefiting me in so many ways that I didn't expect, and that's how this habit is stuck. That's how, like, there's sometimes where I'm just like, oh, I don't really want to listen to this, but I'm just going to put it on. So there's been plenty of times throughout my life where I wanted to choose the 5-10 minute video over the hour-long video, the informative video that's actually going to benefit me, that's actually going to help me in some sort of way. And this is one of them videos. This is one of them times where you actually need to listen to the things that I'm saying. Like, I'm not bullshitting. I've took this into my life. I've implemented these things that I've took from this podcast. Everything I do has meaning behind it. Everything I say has meaning behind it. There is a better way of living than sitting at your desk all day long, gaming, being unproductive, fapping 3-4 times a day, eating junk food, feeling bad for yourself because of all the bad habits that you've got. And when you do try and escape, you just fall back into them old habits. You can't stay consistent with what you're doing. And that's because your beliefs don't match up with your habits. So you've got old beliefs, old self-beliefs that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not skinny, and all these. And then you're trying to be consistent and go to the gym, get skinnier, and they're just not matching up. You will always follow through with who you believe you are. Like, the information you take from my videos, the information you take from other videos, other YouTubes, like, they will not stick. Them habits, yes, they might work for a little bit, they might feel good for a little bit, but they will not stick if you do not change your self-beliefs to support your actions. I'm telling you things that are going to help you, that will help you, but they're not going to work if you do not match up your self-beliefs and develop your self-beliefs through journaling and telling yourself every single day before you even have a chance to say, I'm tired in the morning. You need to be thinking, as soon as you get up, I'm healthy, I'm masculine, I'm fit, I'm abundant, telling yourself these things, matching yourself with the new habits that you want to do. And just keep doing it until that habit sticks and until that self-belief sticks. And then all together they will come together and match perfectly, forming that new self-belief, but most importantly, forming that new habit. You know you want to improve. You know you don't want to feel bad about yourself anymore. I don't want you to either. I'm giving you my help and resources to change your life. If you need anything, join my Discord. Sound affects us without even realising it. We're unaware of how sound affects us until I've become aware now, and I'm telling you, to become aware, you need to start meditating, to feel your feelings, to feel your body, to feel the presence that meditation brings. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes every single day. Click this link right here. Follow this video 5 to 10 minutes a day. Change how you feel, how you think, how you see things, how you act, all by becoming aware of what information you are taking in on a daily basis. Do what needs to be done, not what you feel like doing.